Hello. I think we started a little bit early. Just getting everything set up. I'm muting my desktop. So we've got a little bit of a lag. We're going to iron these bugs out as we go. And we'll wait to see how many people show up here. But I thought we would just kind of get together and have a sit and chat because most of us are stuck home. And what are we supposed to be doing with ourselves, you know? We're going to try not to panic, of course, with this coronavirus. And we're just going to try and do the best we can. So I'm just kind of curious how many of you are working from home? How many of you are not working and stuck at home? And what are you doing to keep busy? Hi, Pam. How we doing? Hey, everyone. Violet. I'm glad you guys could come in and just spend some time and, you know, give yourself a little something different to do on a Friday. So what is everybody doing? Hey, Linda, how are you? If I'm looking down, it's because I've got my laptop down here. And occasionally I might have to put these readers on to see what you guys are reading. Martha, yes. Hi, Martha. The brain, you know, I'm over 50, so names don't always stick. So anyway, what are you guys doing? What are you doing to keep busy? Let me know what you're doing to keep busy. I have been oh, thank you. I missed you too. Hi, Ada. I've been doing a lot. Like, nothing's really changed for me. I'm always kind of busy doing stuff around the house as it is, between my regular household chores. The dogs keep me busy, that kind of thing. I'm on and off the treadmill all day. I bought, oh, there you go. You're sewing. Jasmine, that's awesome. What do you sew, Jasmine? I love sewing. I used to work in a fabric store. I used to work at a Hancock fabric store in Spokane, Washington, by the way. Oh, hello, Angel from the UK. You're making soap for our community as our only dollar store is closing. Oh, no. See, I gotta use the glasses. That's terrible. But I was saying to my husband, you know, it's a good thing I know how to make soap right now. You know, it may come in handy, folks. It's pretty scary. I only wish I knew how to make toilet paper. You know, that seems to be the one thing you just can't find. Anyway, so the normal day-to-day stuff, you know, the dogs and everything. We've been soaping and sewing also, Violet. Great. We went on vacation March 2nd through the 9th. We got back the 9th. And that's kind of, excuse my French, when shit started hitting the fan. Like, all of a sudden, everything is going crazy. I decided before the weekend after the 9th, I thought the Thursday I'm going to go shopping because the weekend is usually when the stores are really busy. I'm going to go shopping. I'm going to get my stuff taken care of, right? So I went out at 8 o'clock to our local grocery store. I did my shopping. The only aisle I saw any effect on was the cold and flu medicine, the Advils and such. I noticed that aisle was really picked over. Got to the toilet paper aisle. It was fine. Not a problem there. So I got what we usually get. I didn't go nuts. I did stock up on other things, you know, canned goods, stuff for the pantry. But anyway, the next day, my husband and I went out in the afternoon, thought, well, we'll get a few more canned goods and stuff. We'll go back to the store. So we went back into the store, and the toilet paper aisle was empty. Just in one day. It was crazy. So anyway, we've stocked our pantry good over the weekend. We went and got, this is funny, we went and got coffee. Or first we went and got dog food. So I took my little hand sanitizer with me. As soon as we left the dog food store, we're using the hand sanitizer. Okay, then we went to the coffee store to get our little K-cups. Soon as he came out of the coffee store, we hand sanitizer. Then we went to the first grocery store. As soon as we were done, hand sanitizer. Oh, my hands are so raw. I'm telling you, from using this hand sanitizer all the time. So when you use it, great, use it, but then use your moisturizer, because otherwise it's going to eat your hands up, people. I'm telling you. So let's see, we got all sort of clothing, children and adult. Jasmine, that's great. We can't get their trucks to come. Oh, gee. Hi, Joan from South Carolina. No toilet paper in Dayton. No alcohol. Basically, everything is gone. Yeah. Well, I know people are saying, no, I could make hand sanitizer myself, but you can't find the aloe vera and you can't find the alcohol. So you're kind of screwed there. But, you know, wash, 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 people. Wash, wash, wash. Let's see. What else? Oh, so when we got back from vacation, my husband came down with a cough. So I was really worried. I was social distancing from my husband like you wouldn't believe. And he didn't have a fever, nothing else, just a cough. So anyway, his cough is getting better. He never came down with a fever. But then like 2 nights ago, I'm like, I feel a little something. It's like instantly you think, oh crap. You know, what's starting on me? What's going on? I mean, is it seasonal allergies? Is it this, that, whatever? Your mind kind of goes crazy right now, right? So I try not to panic. I'm taking all my supplements and my airborne and all that, and I'm fine, and nothing's wrong. I don't, I still feel, I think it's allergies, honestly. Just a little something. My throat's not sore, but there's just a little scratchiness going on. But anyway, I think I'm okay. Knock on wood. Anyway, so, his, my husband's brother had to come pick something up here, and he's like, I'm not coming in. Leave it on the porch. So we did. And he said they were sick back in February and with a fever and everything, and they didn't think anything of it. They both got over it. But, they could have had coronavirus. So anyway, what do we got here, Violet? Right? Before there was no hand sanitizer, it's always been soap and water. Yep, you're right. Best thing for you, soap and water. No, we got 15 of us watching now. We're doing pretty good. So anyway, I know I had a whole bunch of stuff I wanted to talk about with this. Are you guys hunkered down? Are you staying in place, or are you still going out like normal? I know some people think it's all a bunch of hype. I personally don't think it's a bunch of hype. We're staying hunkered down as much as we can. If we need something, we do go to the store, but we wash our hands like crazy when we come back. When we went to the grocery store last time, there was this little lady, and she was in the medicine aisle, and she was gloved up and masked up, and I needed something on that aisle, and I felt really bad. I had to go by her, and I'm like this, reaching for something on the shelf, and then I booked it out of the aisle. I'm like, oh my God, she's all suited up. I don't know if she's sick. I don't know if she's trying not to get sick, but I don't want it. It was terrible. I'm so paranoid. Let's see. Linda, learned to make HP and plan to make some in a day or two. My husband and I are at the age range that is staying home. I stay in place. Don't go out. Yep, exactly. They're even suggesting when you go get your mail to clean your mail off. I haven't gone that far. Maybe I should, but I haven't been cleaning my mail before I open it or anything. I mean, that's kind of It's kind of scary, you know? California is first state to lock us down. I know California is getting hit really hard. Washington State, where my family lives, they've gotten hit really hard. My mother was in a more like a nursing home, but she was hoping it was more like senior apartments, you know, with benefits. Anyway, she was in there. I told her a few weeks ago before we went on vacation because she wasn't happy with the place. I said, you should look for a regular senior apartment. I said, I think you'll be much happier. You know, you won't have, you know, these care workers waking you up in the middle of the night with their loud noises in the hallway, etc., etc. So anyway, while we were gone on vacation, she found an apartment. So she was planning on moving the Sunday after we got back. And that Friday, the place she was in decided in Washington State, now they're not going to let residents out of their apartments. Nobody's going to be allowed to come visit them. So she was getting out of there just in time. She's so happy she got out. She's in a nice little studio apartment now. She gets her Meals on Wheels. You know, she's doing okay. So I just told her, you know, social distance, don't go holding hands with everybody you meet now. So because I don't want her getting it. You know, she is, let's see, she's 85. So, you know, it's, you know, you worry about your older, and I worry about my kids too and grandkids. But, you know, when your mom's up there in age, you know, you worry about them too. So hope everybody can stay happy and healthy. And anyway, that's that. So anyway, what I'm going to do today is I'm making stuff in clay. I'm not sitting at the pottery wheel. I'm just sitting here making stuff and chatting with you guys. Yes, it's good she got out, Linda. I agree. She's very happy. She says, she goes, even if this thing gets me and I die now, at least I'll die happy. I'm so happy here. Like, that's a heck of a thing to say, Mom. So anyway, on we go. So I'm going to show you guys kind of like what I've been up to is, you know, what I want to show you though. How many of you guys, take care and stay home. I got to get the chicken fed. Okay, go feed your chickens. Bye, Martha. Go feed your chickens. Anyway, did you guys see last May, I think I did this video of the starting my lemon trees from seed video. I don't know how many of you saw that, but I posted pictures on Instagram, but it's hard to tell the size of things on a picture from Instagram. So I wanted to show you, and if you haven't seen the video, go look it up. It's like last May, I started some lemon seeds from a lemon that I bought at the store and planted them, and I want to show you what they've turned into. Are you ready? You gotta love it. Look at this tree. Isn't this fantastic? I don't have any little lemons growing on it yet, but holy cow, it's huge. It's huge. It's like 14 inches tall. I love it. And I keep, I prune back some of the longer ones, and every time I prune it back and I smell the leaves, oh, they smell so wonderful. It's just this beautiful citrus scent every time I prune it, and I just smell the leaves and they're wonderful. So, but everybody I've talked to who has lemon trees, they say it takes like 3 years before they start producing fruit. So mine isn't even a year old yet, and so I got a ways to wait. But I grow it under a full spectrum grow light every day. The light comes on at 6 a.m., goes off at like 10 p.m. I feed it citrus fertilizer every now and then, and it loves it. The potting soil is a mix of regular potting soil with a little bit of sphagnum moss, so it loves it, and I love how it's doing. These are 2 trees. I have another 3 more in another pot. So it's doing fabulous. Fabulous. Yes, Violet's growing beautiful. Oh, yes, good job on the mooncake press, Joan. Wonderful. Yes, the way things are going, we'll need to plant our garden. I agree. One of the orchards here in town, I think they were delivering things to start your own gardens, actually. I just, I'll go buy my plants because I know they're going to be open, and then I'll wash my hands. So I don't want to start seeds. I don't want to get into all that, unfortunately. I don't have really the room. But I will be growing my own garden again. So I'll just buy my plants when they're ready to be planted. So anyway, I'll show you kind of where I started in my ceramics. Anyway, I was going to surprise you guys with a soap video because we were going to go visit my mother in May. But if you don't know, now I live in Canada, right on the other side of the border from New York State. So we're like 15 minutes from the border. But they closed the borders down. So we don't really think we'll be able to go visit my mom now. We were going to go for Mother's Day week and visit my mom and brother and sister, or my daughter and my grandkids, and I don't think that's happening now. So I was going to do a soap video because I was going to take my mom a bunch of soap for her new apartment. But that's going to be put on hold now. But when I am ready to make soap video, soap for her, I will do it. We got a little bit of a lag going on in our video. Okay. Anyway, when I'm ready to do a soap video, I will do it. And, you know, you'll see it, of course. But anyway, until then, no soap videos. But anyway, last August, I took a ceramics class. And so I started doing ceramics, and I really liked them. And this was the first thing I made, was this little dish, and I wanted it to be a planter, so I put a hole in the bottom. And then, well, I needed a tray to put under it, so I made this cute little tray. So that's the first things I made at our little pottery shop, was these two items. And then I kind of progressed into making other shapes. And I made this little, it's a tea light holder. And if you see this right here is what they call it, an underglaze transfer. And so I put a little bit of that on the inside, and I put some angel wings on the outside. And I did those. I have this a silicone mold with the angel wings, and I pressed my clay into it really nice and flat. And then I popped the wings out, and then I scored and slipped my pot and put them on the outside. And it turned out really pretty. Really pretty. Isn't that gorgeous? So I moved on from that one, and like I said, it holds a little tea light. So anyway, I have this on a table with my son's picture and everything in memory of my oldest son who passed away. So then I moved from that shape into making things out of a little bit more clay, little bigger items. So I did this bowl using an underglaze transfer, just a strip across the middle, and then two different colors of glaze there. And it's the same on the outside. And then I glued a little cabochon to the blue side. It turned out really cute. I think it's really pretty. Love the little dragonfly. Oh, thank you, Joan. That's very nice. Where's my glasses? I can barely read, you guys. It's terrible. I've been thinking about doing ceramics. You should, Violet. Like I said, we've got a little shop here. I don't have my own kiln, but I rent hers. If I get a whole load of pieces ready to go, she rents me her kiln for like $50. So that I can fire all my pieces, and then I can glaze them, and then I rent it again to glaze fire them. There go my dogs. So anyway, I moved on to the bigger stuff. Thank you, Joan. Oh, Linda, thank you. Well, I try to stay busy. You know, I don't know why my dogs are barking. Anyway, then so we moved from the bowls, and I want to get more height out of my work. So I move on to cups. So I'm going to be using this as like my wine cup because it doesn't hold a lot. But anyway, I made this cup in purple, of course, because I love purple. And I also glued this little abalone shell thing onto the front. That turned out really cute, though. Really love it. Love purple. And then my pièce de résistance. I had a big bunch of clay left over. And I didn't want to make some little stuff, a bunch of little things. So I thought, well, let me see what I can do with this one big piece of clay. So I made a pitcher. Joan, no, I don't sell my pottery. I may in the future if I ever get really good enough. But I don't think I'm good enough yet. So, but anyway, I made this pitcher. And when I made the handle, and then when I think I was moving this into the container to take it to the pottery shop, the handle popped off. So I had to reattach the handle. And then between reattaching the handle and then using a lot of glaze here and there, the handle, it's firmly on there now. But if you could see the pretty underglaze transfers and the blue color, and then I did some carving around the inside with hearts and vines and glazed blue and green on the inside. And then I also did some carving and stuff on the handle. I mean, it's kind of kitsch, but it's really cute. What should you purchase to start on your journey? Okay, well, my journey into ceramics centered around my local pottery shop. I bought the clay from her, and when I bought the clay from her, yes, it was more expensive, but she then did not charge me to fire my pieces. So that all was figured into the price of the clay. So check with, if you have a local pottery shop, check with them to see what they offer as far as clay or how much it costs to rent their kiln. That's kind of where you need to start. Maybe take some lessons from them. I just took, like I said, the very basic lesson. You know, it was 1 pound of clay to do something on the wheel and a pound of clay to do a hand-built project. So that was the very basic class. That's all I've ever taken. The rest, I've been watching YouTube videos like crazy. I love to watch. Oh, I think I just heard thunder. Yep. Anyway, I love to watch John the Potter. If you ever go watch him, he's fantastic. He's fun, and I just love his channel. Ideas, is it just natural? Some of my ideas, Linda, they come to me naturally. Other ideas, I do a lot of searching for things on Pinterest and getting ideas from there. I don't try not to copy people, but try to put my own spin on things. So that's kind of. So anyway, back to the supplies thing, and where, you know, start with your local pottery shop. Other than that, I can tell you, just do your research as to who carries glazes and underglazes. The underglaze transfers I get are from Elan Pottery, as well as Sambao, which is also known as China Clay Art. They have great underglaze transfers. They're very easy to use, and lots of fun. So anyway, but watch lots of YouTube videos too. I mean, if you don't have a teacher, that's what I did. I didn't have a teacher, so let's see. Love to buy from here. Check out the channel and watch other channels as well. You're welcome. And then I bought some forms. Hold on here, I'll show you what I mean. Like these. These are some kind of, I don't know what they're really made out of, but from GR Pottery Forms. I bought some of these in different shapes. I have circles, squares, ovals, platters. So these are fun as well. What you do is you roll out your clay, and you lay them on top, smooth them, etc., etc. And anyway, this is what I made from this one. I made this plate, and I put some poppy texture on this side and underglaze transfers. I hit it with color here and there. Anyway, it turned out really funky and cool. I really like it. Oh, you're welcome, Joan. Just thanking me for the chat time. You're welcome. And I just thought, why not? We're all kind of home doing nothing, right? So we might as well do nothing together. So anyway, the pottery form are really cool, and you can make lots of fun things with these. So you don't need to do plates on a wheel. You can do hand-built plates using a pottery form. So anyway, I'm having lots of fun. My husband kind of is like, what are you going to do with all this stuff? and so it's like, I don't know. It'll hang around. I'll give it away for Christmas presents and stuff, whatever. I'm not worried. It's keeping me out of the beer parlor, as my mother would say, so. Thank you, Joan. Thank you. Yes, I like that plate too. It's really cute. Oh, I have another one here. I did a littler one, kind of like a little trinket dish. This one in yellow, using some different underglaze transfers and a different texture roller. And this one turned out really cute. Really like that. So I have some fun things, just practicing different combinations, different techniques. This one I have I texture rollered this side. I used a underglaze transfer here, a different underglaze transfer here, but I put it over. I took my finger and some underglaze and just did little swirls of green and yellow. And then I did the underglaze transfer on top of those swirls. So that one turned out pretty cool. So anyway, but today I'm making ornaments and I'm making coasters, and I'm thinking maybe I need to turn my camera around and kind of zoom in on my work surface. So bear with me. I'm going to sneak around back and we're going to do that. And hopefully I won't lose you. So I'm going to turn this around so you can see me really close. You turn the camera around. Camera. There we go. Hope you didn't see up my nostril there. And there we go. Have you thought of... Hold on. Let me get around so I can read. Okay. Have you thought of making tidbit trays and 3-tier trays too? Would be really pretty for decor. That would be cool. Maybe, we'll see. Like I said, for today though, I'm gonna make some coasters first. And I rolled out clay earlier and put it under some wax paper so it wouldn't dry out. So let me make sure. I've got a lag going between what I'm doing here now and what I'm seeing on my screen. So anyway, I think we're set. I think you guys could pretty much see. Let me scooch my plant a little bit. So what I want to do first is I want to make some cool coasters. I thought these would be neat for my daughter-in-law, so I hope she's not watching. But it's in a mountain texture. And this is the roller. And this is what it looks like. Hi, Angela. Oh, my dogs are prancing around up there. I don't think I can pause this. Anyway, my husband will have to get them. So anyway, this is what I'm going to do for coasters. But I'm going to do them round. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this wooden roller. I can't remember where I bought it from. But I'm just going to roll the texture out here in a few places. My daughter-in-law is into hiking in the mountains. So I thought this would be really cool. I hear my dogs prancing. I hope they're okay up there. Anyway, this would be really cool design to put on coasters. So I'm laying some press and seal over, because if you push this straight down, it's going to have straight sides. If you put some type of plastic over the top first and then use it, you'll get more of a rounded shape going over the edge. So I just have to make sure where I'm at here. And then push down. Dogs are going nuts. That's the only thing with doing a live video is I can't really stop and go see the dogs. So anyway, if you can see, we'll come in for a close-up. But it gets a nice little smooth edge doing these. I'll show you here in a second, like if I do a, I'll do a comparison. Like if I were to take this little one and just straight down into the clay, you can see it's just a straight edge. Whereas these, and I'll have to touch these up when they firm up a bit, but it's a rounded edge going down. So much better to put a piece of plastic over if you can. So let me see here. Sometimes hard to see over the plastic. If you used like a regular like saran wrap or something, you could see through it better than the press and seal. Anyway, I taped this. I have a freezer paper down underneath because I didn't want this to stick. So anyway, there's some little coaster shapes. Those will get firmed up, and then I will clean the edges and smooth the edges off a little more with a sponge once they're more firm and they don't wobble. But for now, we're just going to set these off to the side. I have some newspaper on something over here, and I'm just kind of flopping them down, because if I flop them down, then they'll usually stay flat. So there's that. So I will do more of those for her later, but for now, those, so you kind of get the idea with that. And you can do clay texture out of pretty much anything. Like I said, I have the roller here that I did that texture with. I have other texture design pieces. This is wooden, and it was from India. I bought it, I think, on Etsy with the moon phases. This one is a stamp with a turtle on it. That looks really cool. So you can use lots of different things. This is a fondant design pattern. So you can get stuff like this, like at Michael's. This is for polymer clay. You can use this as well. Any of this stuff also you can make with air dry clay. It just doesn't have to be ceramic. It can be air dry clay. Let me get, I have more clay here to work with. We'll just put this down here. So another thing I like to make is ornaments, and I have cookie cutters galore now, guys. So they're great. Use these for ornaments. This one comes in like a set of 5, I think. So I took the largest one, and I'm taking the smaller one. Excuse me. You can do this without texture. I'll show you, because there's not going to be a big open area for texture to show through. But I do the larger one, and then I will do the smaller one on the inside. So kind of lining this up like so. And you do the same thing when you're making Linzer cookies, right? I did use these exact same cookie cutters to make Linzer cookies for Christmas. What do I make, please? I make lots of stuff, Angela. I make ceramics, I make soap. I'm more known on this channel for my soap making videos, but I'm getting into ceramics. So that's what we're watching today, is we're just sitting and keeping each other company because of all this coronavirus stuff that's going on. Oh, Joan, hey, it would be fun. It would be fun. Actually, as far as classes, it was funny because the gal that owns the ceramic shop that I go to, she saw me, making these taller pieces, and I don't think she has time to really spend on the wheel to learn how to pull the pieces up higher. So she asked me if I would come teach classes. And this was before the virus broke out. So needless to say, right now, people aren't taking classes. So I'm hoping that pretty soon we'll get over this virus and I can do her classes and have some fun with that. So that was exciting for me when she brought that up. I thought that was pretty cool. So anyway, like I just showed you, this is what we've got here. I took the middle to put a hole in our little ornament here. I take these little paper straws and I cut them into pieces, and then just on one end, kind of flatten, we cut out our hole like so, and just like that, and you've got your little ornament. And then you just need to bisque fire this, and then you can either glaze it or you can paint it with like acrylic paints. I'll show you. Actually, I've got some that I've made. Let me put this down. And also they sell these little I don't know where I'm at here, but these little wire ornament things just for making ceramics or glass in a kiln. They're a high temperature wire, and so you put them into your ornaments before you bisque fire them. And there you go, you've got your own little ornament hanger. But these are some of the ones I've made using the underglaze transfer sheets. I made these little guys here, and then I did this red one with a little heart cut out in the middle with a textured surface with the red glaze. And then I have this snowflake with the heart out in like an icy blue glaze. That turned out really pretty. And then here I've got a really nice springtime snowflake with a little bird cut out. I thought that turned out really cute. So you can do lots of different things just using cookie cutters. I have tons and tons of cookie cutters just to make fun things like the ornaments. And okay, so texture, you can add texture to your ornaments. Let me see. Let's try this one. Here's a roller I bought at Michael's, and so we'll texture this nicely. So here we've got some great texture going on, and it's silicone, so nothing will stick usually. If it does, just wash it off with a little, scrub it with a little brush, you get the clay out of there. Let's see, I've got another pretty cookie cutter here. This is an actual shape of a beautiful ornament, and I'm going to try and get this rose in the middle here, this rose right here, but I'm going to cover it with my plastic, right, so I can still see that flower and leaf, and so we'll kind of go right there, I think. And we'll do our pressing. Get down there and pull that out like so. It's getting it off this this board here. See, I'm kind of mangling it, but you get the idea, like so. And we can smooth that out a bit like that. And then we'll add our little hole to the top so that we can hang it later. So anyway, you get the idea. That one needs to be cleaned up a little bit more. Usually I'm cutting these on a different surface, like not on something it's going to stick to, but anyway, you get the idea. And then you just let it dry. I'll let it dry until... Can you check on the dogs, honey? They were prancing around up there. Yep. Have my husband check on them. Hopefully there's no mess. So anyway, you kind of get the idea with doing the ornaments. They're very fun. I also have these Christmas trees, and like we could do those too. The same way, where you cut out the center. Let me see. What do I want? We'll just do it like here. Oops. We'll put it around the right way. Like that. And then we'll take the center out with this other little tree. Like so. I think they made a mess up there. C'est la vie. And then, oh, here, I'll take my thing out here. And lift this up, hopefully carefully. There we go. There we go. So here is a little Christmas tree ornament, like so. And we'll flop that down over on my drying rack and oops, let him dry. So anyway, like I said, you've got so many different things. Let me flip this over and show you some other fun texture stamps. Let me take some of this off here. Oh, yes. Okay. I know what I want to show you. Also, fun things. So you saw me make this. I should have a thinner piece of clay. I was going to show you something fun you can do with this. Anyway, I'll use this one that I cut out. This is also for making fondant flowers, okay? So you cut out your little piece with this, and then you set your little piece on here and press in between the two halves. And voila, you have a beautiful little flower. Isn't that cute? And you can add, let me see, I would take a little tiny little ball of clay like so. We'll just kind of make it as round as we can get it, and we'll dab a little bit of water in the middle here, because water and will help soften the clay so get it to stick together. And I'll put that little dot in the middle, and there you've got this cute little flower that you can add to anything, really. Let me bring over this ornament here. Now this one doesn't have any texture on it, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this flower to this little ornament. So what you want to do is get some water, and you want to score and slip it, basically. Score meaning to scratch, and we'll scratch the back a little bit. And then I'm just going to dab my finger in the water because I don't have any slip. We're just going to put a little water there and put the two together, kind of wiggle it in there until it's not really moving anymore. like so, right? And then you're going to let that dry. And, oops, let me smooth that out. We're going to let that dry like so. We'll bisque fire it. It's going to be all in one piece, and then you can come back and you can either paint it, or like I said, you can use glaze. And it's going to be a beautiful little Christmas ornament with a flower on the top. Isn't that a cute idea? That's so cute. I might make a bunch of these this year for Christmas. I really like that idea. But so many fun things you can do with clay. And even if you're doing, say, you can make really big flowers. Like I've got this big set, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces, right? Graduating sizes of flowers. You could really go nuts and putting flowers together. So let me, I know I don't have my plastic over this, but we'll do it this way for now. Anyway, so here you've got one size of flower. And then if you cut a smaller size, you can keep layering them like so by joining them by scoring and slipping. So like this, and we're going to put that one like that, and maybe I'll do one more smaller one like this. Okay, so then I'll get this out of here so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm kind of laying all my clay off to the side. Okay, so we take this one and we score the middle, and then I'm going to take this one and, oh, what the heck, we'll use this, we'll use the back side like that, and I'm going to wet it. And I'm going to lay this on top, alternating the leaves, just kind of pressing together. And then we can kind of lift these leaves up like so, right? Like that. Come on, stay up there. And then we'll take this one and do the same thing. So we'll score it. I'll put the ugly side down. Whoops. And then we'll score this here, wet it a bit, and like so, alternating the leaves again, and we'll lift these up. This would be such a cute little knick-knack to put on your shelf. So I'm just trying to wiggle this together so it's not going to move much anymore. Curving my little petals up, right? You might have to keep doing it. Almost looks like a little lotus flower, right? So then you could take another small amount of clay, and yeah, isn't that cool? They are going to be really cool when I finish them. I think they will be anyway. I don't want to sound cocky. But you know, things just really come to me. Oh, I want to try this, and oh, I want to try that. So anyway, I've got this little ball of clay here, and we'll put it in the center here, and just kind of, maybe we'll kind of mush this around, kind of get it to pop up with our fingers. And then I'm going to take my little, I've got a little needle tool here, and just kind of poking some holes around. That'll be kind of cool. So there we go. This will go off to the drying shelf for a little while. I might come back and hit the edges up with a sponge, just a slightly damp sponge, just to kind of smooth these edges out. But you could even mount this onto another, like cut a circle out of clay, and you could put it on there and make it like a, let me see, we'll do it here like that, to where it has something to sit on, kind of like a lily pad. Kind of cool, huh? So hopefully they'll be kind of cool. I might do these ornaments over. I didn't press really hard, or the coasters, I should say. We may do those over. But anyway, I kind of like that. Do the little flower thing like that. So he'll go up there to dry. What else was I going to show you? Oh, you can do lots of fun little things. I have a little basket here. I have so many of these on my refrigerator right now. Glue magnets to the back. Like, do bunch out of cookie cutters. Here's one. I have a little tree of life on this one. Glue some magnets on the back. You got a refrigerator magnet. I have a whole bunch here. You could make bracelet, like focal pieces, you know, make a little bracelet using some leather cord. I have one of those upstairs that I wear. You could do little earrings. I have these little earrings. So many fun things you can make out of clay, and it's probably driving my husband crazy. But anyway, I just, wanted to kind of share some of the stuff I do and give you guys something to watch on a Friday when we're all being locked up in our houses. So I might do another one of these in the future. Just let me know, and if that's something you'd be interested in watching me make some other things. And anyway, I hope you guys all stay safe and healthy and happy, and don't stress out too much over this thing that's going on. This too shall pass, they say. Wash your hands and just take care of yourselves and take care of your families, and don't go out unless you have to, and we'll get over this much quicker than if we were all out running around with each other right now, right? So anyway, that's it for me for now. Thanks again for tuning in and watching, and go browse through some older videos if you haven't seen them all. And thank you, Joan. Stay well yourself. Everybody stay well, and take care of yourselves. And we will catch you on a future video. But for now, that's it, and we'll see you later. Bye for now.